All right, boys. So it's Enrique here, and listen, I'm about to leave you guys with a coaching call recording with my clients. Okay, we actually discussed a little bit of our client acquisition infrastructures. We also discussed how we can validate an offer organically. We also discussed how I used to go about my cold email lead generation agency in terms of fulfillment, operations, and how we actually use cold email to book appointments. Okay, so there's lots of stuff inside. I know that this one is going to be super helpful for you guys. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead, watch the entire video, enjoy it, and if you guys are ready to just join these people in our coaching program where we actually license our systems, we co-manage the systems, and we ultimately will just in a warranted fashion work with you guys. Make sure to book a call with the link in the description. But yeah, guys, hope that the one was helpful. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
All right, I think that we should start talking in English now that we have Noah here. How's it going, dude?
See what's good. Just working.
Awesome, man. I love it. Yeah, Andreas, about what you were saying, man. Out of curiosity, like, can you just walk me through how you are currently going about the appointment setting process so that I can give you some feedback? And more than anything, show you a specific strategy that you can start applying, like even before the
Mhm.
call that we have later on. Because, man,
Sure.
like, especially you're having the Instagram growth funnel, like everybody is nowadays promoting. Dude, like, you gotta have a good process to not only track the leads, which I guess that you already saw how we use the CRM, right?
Mhm.
But most importantly, man, like, how do you go from converting that follower or that content engager into a book call, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, dude, like, can you just walk me through that and I can give you some feedback from there?
This is gonna be so bad, man. Look, essentially, I was. Uh, it's so bad. No, it's very cringy. So I thought, you know what? People have appointment setters. I'll just go and ask a friend of mine from Colombia, and look, I'll give you $100 a month. Just come in and respond to the chats, and whenever I have a new follower, just go ahead and say like, "Hey, I appreciate your follow. I hope my content is valuable for you," and that's it. And that was it. I mean, that was my whole approach. And even then, well, calls were coming in, not as many as I would like, but I knew something was broken. And well, now I said to him, you know what, I need you to step out at least for a while. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it myself and get it
Oh,
down.
okay. So what are you doing currently then?
So, I mean, yesterday I created my SOPs, my follow-up, so I could have everything on paste, right?
Yep.
And today I just went in and looked, the whole inbox were like, I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 messages that were lost in the whole process in my inbox. So I went back through all of them
Yeah.
and just, I don't know, I just used the time of the month, and I just said like, hey, whatever name, I just wanted to wish you the best of the best of, I wanted to give you the best of my wishes for this year. I hope you close a lot this year, but and I don't know, some people have already came back to me, and now I'm just hitting all the people who have engaged with my content, and that's
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So out of curiosity, man, like, are you familiar with the master CRM that I give to you guys? Like, for you guys to track the links of the prospects, number one, and number two, of course, the actual content.
I Yeah,
Just
I
move.
couldn't figure out where to download it.
Okay. Well, later on, like once we have the onboarding call, I will show you
Sure.
everything in depth. But yeah, essentially, depending on your funnel, of course, you the tools you use should be a reflection of the funnel or the process or the system for acquiring customers that you have. Okay.
Mhm.
The good thing about the master CRM on Google Sheets, the way that I promote to you guys, is simply that it's really easy to adjust towards any funnel. So, for example, we use that for our funnel, which is a Facebook group. Okay. You guys can use that one for the Instagram funnel. And the most important thing when it comes to actually growing and optimizing your system is the KPI tracking. Okay, the KPI tracking. We have more than 20 different KPI trackers depending on the funnel you use, because of course that's what actually dictates well what metrics to track, what actions to take, and how to improve. So all of this to say that let me show you how this works so that it makes sense, right? So first of all, man, look, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So the way, since we use Facebook, the Facebook group as our way to, nurture and collect the leads, and then outside of Facebook via emails, WhatsApp, or SMS or whatever, we actually do the conversion. But just a second. What we actually do, man, is that the CRM, as you can see in here, these leads in here reflect the members inside of our group. Okay, so that's why we have pretty much the same amount of Facebook group members as we have leads inside of the CRM. Same thing should happen if you're using the Instagram funnel with your followers. Since your followers are your leads, your master CRM should reflect or should be pretty much the same number as your followers. Okay. Having that said, man, what matters most and the reason why I believe that you can really fast or really easily optimize your appointment booking process is by you actually making sure that you track the follow-up dates of all of your leads in here, since that's going to really allow you to never have your leads falling up to the cracks, right? And all you gotta do is follow the cadence that I recommend you guys, or the workflow, which is always prioritize your leads. The first lead you go after are the follow-ups, aka people who already know you and that already have an engaged conversation. Once you're done with the follow-ups, then you go into content engagers. Once you're done with the content engagers, you start with the new followers, in your case. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And to answer the other question, which is where do you get the CRM from? Well, again, I know that we have the onboarding call later today, so I will explain everything in depth. But if you go to the orientation model, here is this post called Money Paths. And inside of this, inside of this post, let me show you. Just a second. Okay, here you go.
Yeah,
you have the tracking CRM. And this one is, you just grab it and that's it.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. And yeah, man, like what I would start doing in terms of starting new conversations is, whenever you get a new follower, follow the SOP. The SOP is, first of all, you add them to the CRM and just go something along the lines of, hey, name, thank you for the follow. Actually, what you were saying about, I hope that the content is helpful, is actually, I believe, a good way to start. What I would do immediately, though, is just engage with a connecting question from the combo framework, which could be something along the lines of, what was your niche again? Sorry.
Yeah, real estate agents. So I could add that actually. Like, hey, I hope you find my content valuable. How long ago have you been into real estate? I don't know.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, how long are you already licensed as a real estate agent? That's it.
Yeah.
You keep connecting. Don't go for how are you looking to scale this? Don't go about that, right?
Yeah.
Just say, so how long have you been an agent for? Boom. They're going to give you the insight. Then you go to the outcome questions, then the now questions, then the event, then the offer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Mario, Mitchell, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are
Man,
you?
you've been missed in action, dude. What has been going on?
I know. Well, I'm in e-com, so it was a busy Black Friday, Cyber Monday month with clients. It was a good one for the most part, but it was busy.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I saw you booked the onboarding call finally, man. Like after 6 months.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. Then for Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. Over there, I would like to use that time because you're already familiar with a lot of the stuff inside. So I think that it's going to make the most sense that we talk about project management and processes, which is, if I'm not mistaken, what you mentioned you wanted to discuss more than anything, right? So
Yeah, that plus potentially like my offer. I'd love for you to take a look at that too. I'm kind of thinking about changing it. So yeah, I'd like your opinion on that too.
okay. Yeah, we can talk about whatever you'd like for those 30 minutes, 45 minutes, no worries.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Outside from that, man, how's everything going? What's going on? How's the business?
Good. I did have one specific question. I don't know if it's somewhere like in the course that I just haven't noticed, but one thing I'm finding lately too, which I didn't really have before, especially when I was almost starting, which is weird now that it's happening, but people aren't able to, when I book calls, usually it's a 2-close call. And after the first, they mention that they try to find me on LinkedIn and Instagram, which my business doesn't really have a presence there at all. And that's kind of like an objection that they have. Why aren't I on LinkedIn or Instagram or anything like that? So like I could make a LinkedIn and an Instagram account, but it would be pretty like my question is, would it be better to just not have it and try to, because I have some decent testimonials. I have like 4,
Yeah.
5
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Like, what are you doing to book appointments? Cold email or
yeah,
what?
yeah, I have cold emails going right now that are actually working pretty well.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. So what I would do if I were you, man, is well, out of curiosity, have you created any of the micro VSLs the way that I recommend on YouTube?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, or do you have any sort of asset or VSL in general that you send prior to your sales calls?
Yeah, like they do have to, when they book the call, the landing page has, I'm using Go High Level, and it has some testimonials on there.
But it's just the testimonials, no process or explanation of.
Not really.
Okay, so if I were you, man, well, the first thing is, I mean, it's been a while since we've used cold email as a way to get customers, especially because now we're just using ads. But what I used to do back then, man, is that when it comes to cold email, it's better to manually book the appointments once someone replies positively and just booking them manually instead of sending them the calendar link or the landing page or whatever. Since I mean, when it comes to cold email, man, like people are really, really cold, right? If it's working for you, man, just keep doing it, of course. But I mean, if you have something going on, by any means, don't change it, right? But what I would do instead of just worrying about creating content on Instagram or LinkedIn, etc., I think that is a waste of time. Unless you were using LinkedIn to get clients, or unless you were using Instagram to get clients, right? In those cases, it does make sense. But if you're doing cold email, the way I like to follow is the following. I basically go to LinkedIn and connect with them. I have like a minimal viable profile, like I like to call it like that on my LinkedIn, like the IDEX statement, maybe the logo of your agency, whatever it might be, right? And the micro VSLs that you should have on YouTube should also be on your LinkedIn profile. That way they can at least see something. Plus, manually, of course, sending the YouTube video or the explainer of your offer, the details of how everything works to your prospects, right? Well, to the people who did book the call. And that should be more than enough for people to nurture enough, or to be enough nurtured, so that they can, of course, attend the call, but most importantly, know who you are, what you do, etc. Right?
Yeah, okay. Because I have some good testimonials, and I actually have it's gonna be out soon, where TikTok, I had one client who got really, really good results, and like partly because me, but partly just because it's such a good client, I was lucky to get them. That they've had really good results on TikTok, so they're going to be featured on TikTok's like success stories page.
Wow.
Which it'll have like my business name in there too, so that'll be a nice like thing to put for credibility too. But
oh yeah, 100%. But I would do that more. I mean, of course, adapt to your. I don't know how you have it set up, like if it's on a landing page, or if you do it like me, like I just have a Google Doc full of stuff. But outside from that, man, what I would definitely believe is going to make the most sense for you is going to be leveraging those case studies in your communities, right? Because I don't know right now, like what your angles look like. Okay, for example, if it's what I call a direct sales based type of angle. Hey, Liz, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
All good, man. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a direct sales based type of angle where you're just straight up going for the pitch, or you're doing some sort of lead magnet. Also the way that I preach. But outside from that, if you're doing a direct sales based type of angle, I generally like to do like the offer and then a case study, or this same process, or this is what we did for XXX brand, who ended up being featured in TikTok's highest, I don't know, whatever the title of the thing is, right?
Right. Yeah, so I'm doing a rev share. I'm pitching a rev share model to the cold emails, which a lot of them love, especially for e-commerce, because they've been burned by other agencies. The problem is the problem I'm having, I'll give you like the whole picture quickly. The problem I'm having is I say, like, are you interested in doing a rev share? But we'll only get paid once we generate some revenue for you. And lots of good cold emails or cold leads are saying yes. So problem number one is that a lot of them want information first before they book a call. Like they want, give me specifics about your company plus how the pricing model works. So I have like a pitch deck, which is decent, but I think I really need to work on that because some of them won't book a call unless they get that pitch deck first. They will not. They're interested, but they will not book a call unless I give them that pitch deck. So I think I need to improve that, which is also partly where I think I give them the pitch deck and then they try to search up the company on like LinkedIn and they can't find me. So that's why they're like, they don't trust me enough to book a call is one of the big problems. So
yeah, but I mean, of course, it's going to be. I would like to see an actual example, right? Because, for example, I don't see how you're going to pitch hopping on a call, and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, but send me your pitch deck," right? I guess that they say something else. So what is it that they are actually saying?
For most of them, they're just like, I don't have. A lot of them, it's time objection. Like, I don't have time to get on a call. Just tell me what you're offering, and I'll tell you if I'm interested. So, which sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. So in those cases, what I used to do, because I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, and by the way, soon I hope you're doing good, man. But my first agency, well, my second agency back in 2020 was a cold email lead generation agency. So I mean, like, I'm super familiar on how to handle objections on cold email, etc. And do, like, when someone said something like that, yeah, I can specify something else, but just highlighting the quote unquote guarantees or, like, risk reversals that you have in your offer. So you can say, like, yeah, so we basically work with e-commerce brands on a performance basis, meaning that we just take some money from the revenue we do generate you, and I'll be more than happy to just see if this is even a fit in the first place. That's what I would like to talk about in this first call. Nothing for sale, just value. So when does it work best for you guys to have a call? Tuesday or Thursday? What time? Tuesday 2 p.m., 3 p.m., or Thursday at 1 p.m. Just let me know and I'll send over an invite. So it's much easier because now all they gotta do is say yes, or yes this time, or just this time. You see, like, you just take out all of the thought processing or the having to rationalize even wanting to hop on a call in the first place with you. And that's the goal of appointment setting. The goal of all of this is not to get them to buy or to get nurtured or anything. It's just to book a call.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'll stop. I'll tell you my second problem, then I'll stop talking and taking over here.
The
second problem is that, so I am doing a rev share, but there's like a small retainer included as well. But the retainer is way less than what it would be if it wasn't the rev share model. So usually it's like 2 to 3K, but with the rev share, it's only like 1 to 2K. So I don't like mentioning that until I get them on the call because it's a little easier to break it down in person and break down the objections to that. But I do find people, they're not too stunned and upset that I bring up, okay, there is a little bit of a retainer involved because I provide some value and stuff like that. But like through the cold emails, do you think I should never mention that? Do you think that's the best play or what?
Exactly, because I mean, dude, like, well, here's how I would put it, man. What's the actual rev share? Like, what percentage?
Like 8 to 12%.
Okay, and generally, do you make more money from the rev share or from the retainer?
It depends on the lead. Like, it's 50-50, honestly.
Okay, so what I would do, man, is I would phrase it. I mean, two options. The first one is like the I don't give a fuck type of angle, which is you say performance only, and on the call you actually do pitch the retainer. And honestly, it's better because over there is now about objection handling.
Right.
The other option, which is a little bit more, I don't know, I guess like sincere or honest, is changing your offer towards, yeah, you have a retainer, but only after you hit a certain number of revenue to your client.
Right.
And in that case, it's actually true that you have a revenue or a performance only type of offer.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe I need some sort of
but
like.
That's up to you, man. Honestly, I will go for the first one. Like
I know. That's what I have been doing, and it's been going pretty well. But I think I need like some sort of risk reversal for.
Sorry. Or the other option is like you actually have another type of risk reversal where you actually do give a money back or something. In which case, it's literally, even if you have the retainer, a performance-based offer.
Yeah, like I might say 20%. I've seen some other e-com agencies say like 20% on return on ad spend, which is pretty easy, or you don't pay the retainer. I could maybe start saying something like that.
But I don't know about you, man, but generally speaking, I don't even like the idea of sharing. I mean, I always believe that it's better just to have the revenue share on, not as a revenue share, but as a profit share, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, like on return on ad spend is a little bit messed up, man, because then the actual margins are even hard to track, and it's just a mess up.
That's what I do, and it's after ad. So if they make like $10,000 more when they start with us, that's what we base it off of, not like the Facebook return on ad spend, because that's so subjective now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but that's what I would do, man. At the end of the day, I believe that the best thing you could do, man, is just focusing on booking more calls, and then just focusing on the good leads that you know that you can just deliver amazing results to. And I mean, that's the beauty of your offer, man. Like, you're charging $2K to your clients, and you're working with clients already. So, I mean, dude, like, it's just a matter of having the right clients, right? For some others who are just getting started, like some of my clients who are just beginners, I do recommend, like, dude, like, at the beginning, you want to have proof of concept and know that this stuff actually works. So, of course, like, pretty much go for anyone you can. But at your point, man, like, I do believe that it's better just to have the good appointment setting process on cold email and focus on the good clients. What you could even start doing for the ones who you are not 100% confident on. I mean, because a big part of you giving great results to your clients is the client, not even you, right? So what I would do at that point is maybe to some of them downsell them on a consulting type of offer or something where you can just show them how to run the ads, and you charge a flat fee of 5K. Period. No retainers, no anything, just 5K.
Right. That's for sorry, is that for like just consulting them?
Yeah, consulting them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just to get some of those people that aren't ready to commit to the full agency package.
Exactly. That works wonders, man. I've always had like my back when I had my agency, was like the done for you heavy lifting type of stuff, you know, like super high ticket. And it was like, dude, you cannot afford this, or for whatever reason this is not the right fit, downsell them to something else.
Yeah. So then, okay, last question, and then I'll let somebody else talk. What if I have the agency package, the consulting, do I make that substantially lower priced than what the actual agency package is? Do I make it like, a fifth of the cost, or how do you usually?
No. In the front end, it would actually be even more expensive. But first of all, the way you sell it is you're going to, I mean, the benefit for your client is like, dude, listen, you're never going to have to depend on me or any other agency to run your ads and be profitable, number one. And number two, this is just one time. You're not going to be paying expensive retainers or anything. And by the way, my average client does X amount of money per month. So, dude, like, it's a no-brainer, I guess.
Right. And then how long do you like extend that for? So if it was like you charge them 4K for consulting, like, is it as long as they want, or is it like a year, or what?
No. I mean, it's not coaching; it's consulting, right? So it's not like you're going to do a community and have a course. I mean, not something like that, right? It's more like you can have a plan, a pre-made plan of 2-3 calls, for example, where you know that the first call is more about an audit of their current strategy. The second one is going to be more about your rationale on how you go about running the ads. I don't know, like some specific stuff you might know. I mean, you're the expert, of course. And the last one can be like a launch call or an audit call for you to let them know how the stuff went and what to optimize from there, for example. Plus, you can even create at that point like a course, just like for them to keep it at their end, and so that it feels a little bit heavier. It feels like they are actually getting something tangible outside of just your knowledge. But I mean, and this is not to say like, okay, now go and change your offer and do. I mean, like, go for you have the agency, focus on the agency. But if someone for whatever reason is like, dude, I don't know, I've been I hate agencies, I've been misled in the past, etc. You can just say, listen, man, like, I totally get it. The best thing I can do is I have this other thing here. It has worked wonders. And listen, man, like, what I can do for you is you take access to that. It's going to help you out. If so, man, perfect. You're going to keep crushing it. If you want to hire me later on, once you get results from this, I'm just a happy agency. Period.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea too. Cool. Okay, that answers a lot of questions for me. I'll let somebody else talk now.
Thank you, man. Happy to see you again, by the way, man.
Yeah, me too.
Benji, my man, what's going on, brother?
Hi Enrique, how are you? Um, I've been doing some cold DMs in Facebook and in Instagram since Monday, I think Tuesday,
Okay.
and have gotten into a couple of conversations. Uh, and today I was gonna focus on more DMs and then some follow ups on the pending conversations. And well, since we spoke on WhatsApp, I think it was, or Facebook,
Yep.
that you want to go through to today's session for the offer creation workshop, right?
Yeah. So, well, first things first, like, well, what exactly are you doing in terms of what do you say in your DMs, or what is your process right now when it comes to appointment setting?
Well, I want to see which which niche, like, como pica primero. Uh, so what I did was I went to the in the Facebook a Facebook group for fitness coaches. I went back to the first original like idea that I had, um, and just say like, "Hey man, I saw you are a fitness coach," um, and then let me see, and then I said, "By any chance, do you have any newsletter?" And some of them did actually respond, and most just didn't see it. And the one that actually responded, we had a conversation, but then he just left it in scene. Um, and yeah, that's basically.
Okay. So, are you tracking KPIs?
Well, I haven't downloaded the template. I did my own CRM, but I need to download your template. It's because I opened the guides on my phone, so I didn't actually see the link. Yeah, that's why.
Okay, yeah. So the CRM and the KPI trackers are different, right? Like the CRM is where you where you track all your leads, right? And the KPI is where you input all of the data in terms of your actions and the outcomes, right? And the reason why I say that this is important right now is because, especially since you're just getting started, Benji, what is going to happen is that you're going to do, or you're going to feel that you do a lot of work, and you're going to be like, oh, dude, like this is not working, nobody's replying. But the goal here, remember, when it comes to outbound is you send 100 messages per day. And if 10 people reply, that's actually KPI. That's actually good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even feeling like sad or wow. I'm
No,
actually feeling It's like you gotta do the work.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
math. I
That's
mean,
how it is. That's how it is.
if you speak to 200 people, at least you're gonna have two conversations minimum.
Yeah, that's like 1%. Literally
Yeah,
1%.
that's doing at 1%. So
Yeah.
if you have a better like hook, then maybe 10%, maybe 25%. And if you manage to book those, then all your skills are going through in the call. But I mean,
Exactly.
right now my problem is like setting the PM, like hooking them up to have a conversation. That's my problem right now.
No, the reason why I was saying this is because that's the first part, just like the reply
Right.
rate. The
Yeah.
second step in the journey is from positive reply, aka the new lead who is now in the CRM, all of the positive replies go to the CRM. Now, how do you convert that positive reply into a book call? So, assuming that you have 10 replies, positive replies, of course, then the KPI there is at least 2 book calls. Okay, so that part now, and this is where it gets interesting, is that part has more to do with your skill than with what you say, right? Like whatever they reply, how you convert that positive reply into book call. So once someone replies to, hey, do you have a newsletter, or do you, something like that, well, what are you saying afterwards?
He responded by not knowing exactly what I meant. So he only said, yep. So I said, como, hey, do you have any link that I can join? And then I asked if he uses an actual sales funnel, like within the email. And he said that it's just mainly for clients, just for client communication.
Yeah.
So I sent my email, and then he added
correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Benji, but that offer, the fitness coaching offer, is like a done for you appointment setting offer, right?
Yeah, but I'm just changing the angle because, well, in for emails, especially in fitness community, you can have a lot of people converting through emails, like receiving free guides or free workouts in your email, and actually the coaches that can have like a higher ticket are the ones that sell not like coaching in person, but like programs.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah, but
why.
what I'm asking is, I mean, what your offer is booking calls for your clients, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, but why would you begin by asking something related to email marketing instead of something related to, for example, appointment setting, or what their sales process looks like? Because it just gives you more opportunity to then know how to go about the conversation to then book them on a call. And I mean, this is just an example. You would have to
Yeah.
for me to know if it works, but you can start by saying something on the lines of, I mean, you're doing on Facebook, you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So you can say something like, "Hey man, just found you on this all in this XXX Facebook group, looking to connect with some fitness coaches. Dude, how long have you been in the space for?" That's it. They say, "Oh man, like just getting started," or "Oh man, I have 5 years," or "Oh man, 7 years," whatever. "Oh man, that's so cool." And out of curiosity, man, are you working with clients online or just in person? Connecting questions. You see, like what I talk about in the combo framework, and then they might be like, "No, dude, like only in person." In which case, you can say like, "Oh, have you considered going online?" Or "No, man, only online." And then it could be like, "Oh man, that's so cool. How are you going about booking appointments right now? Or how are you going about getting clients? Are you doing mostly booking through appointment booking? Are you doing like an email list, etc.?" And you go from there, right? That's it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
once they
Okay.
reply to that, you can be like, "Oh man, that's so cool, man. Like, I hope you don't mind me asking, but what would be the goal? Where would you look? Where would you be looking to scale this offer to in the next 4 to 6 months?" Oh, oh man, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And what do you feel like you need in order to get there? That's the bend. And they're going to say, "Oh, dude, like I just feel like I need more calls," or "Ah, man, I just feel like I need to improve my sales skills," or "Ah, man, like I just need to learn how to launch my online program," for example. You can be like, "Man, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. What everyone struggles with." Well, dude, like how about we hop on a call these days so that I can show you how I would believe the best way moving forward would be. Nothing for sale yet, that you want to add some value. And if I see that, and if you feel that this is a good fit, we can book another call where I can present you my offer. No pitch, no sales, just value. And you will start with the two-call closing framework so that you practice your sales, and boom, you go from there.
Okay. Seems.
And I'll be honest, man, like if your offer was the done for you appointment booking and it was performance only, dude, like you can even lead with that offer. I mean, you can literally just start sending people the similar to what I was saying to Mitchell. So let's say that Luis was a fitness coach. I will be, "Hey man, Luis, just found you on this XXX Facebook group. Listen, man, like I run an appointment setting agency, but listen, I am really no strings attached, looking to work with 2 clients this month, absolutely for free, no initial cost. I just want to make sure that you have a good offer that I'm sure that I can scale. Are you open to discuss? Are you open to more details?" And if they say yes, then you book a call.
Okay.
That's the beauty of the appointment setting offers, man. Like they are so non-frictionless, sorry, and everybody wants them. Everyone who is selling high ticket wants more calls. Everyone, man. Like there's no one who doesn't. And the beauty of don't forget appointment setting, if I can be honest, man, like through DMs or through ads, etc., like we discussed, is that it's super easy to book calls. Super easy, man. And if I can be transparent, man, yeah, I know that you can have a huge email list. Like, for example, man, like I'm not kidding you. Look at this. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Dude, like I have an email list of 2,192 people. And whenever I send a call to action to book a call, dude, like I promise you, maybe only 2 people book calls. Email marketing is perfect for nurturing leads, but not to book appointments. What works for booking appointments is appointment setters, or actually engaging on conversations with your leads. Of course,
So
it depends
Benjamin,
on your niche. For example, Mitchell, don't listen to what I'm saying right now, right? For you, you keep doing your thing. But for people who sell coaching or for people who sell e-learning stuff, this works phenomenally better. And look, man, like, let me just show you the actual examples I can give you, man. For example, just today, well, Mitchell, this is a book call, but it's an onboarding call. Just today so far, and it's 10 a.m. in the morning, we've booked 3 calls. All of them come from ads and appointment setters. And do like the cost per call that we're currently having is $6, $8. So why on earth would someone be doing email marketing, doing some flow, some complex stuff, when you can just pay $6 to get a book call? $6, get a book call. And if you do that for your client, you can charge $100, $200 per call, and you save all of that profit for you. You just
So what's your current offer, Benjamin?
I mean, it at the beginning, it's because
I know,
changed.
the starting offer should be your offer, man. I think that you got distracted, man. In full transparency, you got distracted.
It's because I got distracted. I got medio miedo.
Imposter
I got
syndrome.
scared.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah. But the first offer was appointment setting for fitness coaches. So what I saw doing my research is that many fitness coaches actually struggle to have more clients. 2 things happen. They are in the gym working like with the client, so they don't have time to go for more, or they just don't know how, because what they do is just knowing how to train people. So that's the offer. Like, hey, I can get you clients.
So it's not specifically for online fitness coaches.
I think it will work better for online fitness coaches, because if the starting cost, let's say that it's $100 per call, that coach needs, for it to make sense for him or for her, they need to at least like profit from that call like $200, $300, and not each program costs that. So for them to make sense.
No, but you don't have to say it like that. It's not like every call they need to make more money. It is like,
No,
oh, for 10 calls, how many did you close at a high ticket? And that's where the magic comes.
Yeah, because the high ticket is about 1.5K to 5K.
Yeah, or more, man. Honestly, I mean, of
Yeah.
course, this is business, and of course, you're not going to be able to charge $2,000 for, man, like, I want to lose 5 pounds. Right? Oh, I want to lose 5 pounds, pay me 2K, right? Of course, not like that. But do like 1K, I think that is definitely doable. 1K. Assuming that that the client has a good offer that is not only, dude, like, I will give you some workout plans. It's more like, dude, I will help you and your family on how to, for example, go to the supermarket and what foods to buy, etc., etc. Right? That's the difference, man. But here's the thing: the other option you can do is, and I actually recommend this to you, man. Like, you can even start doing this in Latin America, similar to what I'm doing, and you can take from your own pocket. Let's say that you charge your clients $500, like just an onboarding fee, for you to cover the ad spend, not even as profit. You cover the ad spend of your clients, and then you book calls to your clients. Dude, I promise you, man. I promise you, you can book calls for $4, because I'm selling a B2B offer and I'm booking calls for 7 to 8. And now imagine that you run ads on a B2C offer to help women lose weight or help men gain muscle, depending on the offer of your client. And you tell your clients that you're going to charge them $100 per call. And if they close 1 out of 10 calls, let's say that the offer of your client is $500, dude. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. But let's say that they close 2 out of 10 calls, which is definitely doable. They are already profitable.
Yeah.
And that's it. Or the other option, man, you can just charge lower per call.
Yeah. So that's why I got scared, because I was thinking in the pricing, like having the right pricing. But I mean, once that I started sending DMs, my fear got away, and I mean, I think it's better to have fear before the meeting with the client than before having even sent the DMs, because I haven't even started. So
The actual fear is going to come once you do have your client. Like, oh shit, man! Like, okay, so now what do I do, man?
What do I
Oh,
do?
for real, man. That's the reality of business, man. That's the reality. That's the reality, man.
Yeah.
Sunil, you haven't said anything, man. Like, what's going on, brother? All right, the click of death. Sunil, how's it going, man?
Oh yeah, my bad. Just the audio cut off. I'm doing well. I didn't. Yeah, I just thought I took the coaching call, and I was going hard on DMs. Yeah, sent around 600 DMs so far. 629 sent out, and I got 12 positive replies. Though that's the problem. So I'm trying to
12
improve
replies. 12 replies out of 600.
600. Yeah.
Okay, and what is the angle?
The angle is I'm asking for the first half, I asked them to join the group where I offer a lead magnet, like a free training on how to book more appointments. And then the other half, what I was just asking them, hey, how was your year? So far, how was 2023 so far? That's all. Those are the two angles I used. And the overall reply rate in itself is low, right? Like I'm not getting much replies, and
Okay, can I see an actual message so that I can see how it's said? Because I mean, like, I've had clients who say, man, I send a lot of messages and I'm not booking calls, and they say, oh, I'm sending a lead magnet, and I'm like, okay, but can I see the actual message? And they sent a bunch of emojis, and it looks like it's a bot, basically. So obviously nobody's going to reply. So can I just have a look at, for example,
yeah,
some
by the way, I have my VA do it, so let's see what she's doing. Yeah, I'm just opening. Give me 1 second. Oh, by the way, curious, aged accounts, if I use aged accounts to do DMs, right, does that affect the replies I get, or how
I
is
mean,
it?
like, again, it depends on the message and the profile. Like, I recommend that you always use a personal profile. I don't know what profile you're using, but a personal profile for sure. And yeah, man, like the most important thing is the angle, like what your actual message says. And well, if it's Instagram, well, are you actually like letting the other person know that you send them a message, right? Because it can go to the spam, etc.
Let me just give me 1 second. Okay, there we go.
I'm not seeing that. That's okay, man.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, my bad. There we go.
I'm not seeing, bro.
You're saying I'm sharing a screen.
Okay,
How
okay,
about now?
cool. Yeah.
We see it.
Yep. Yeah, so these are the DMs I've been sending out, the VA that is. One thing I did tell her to do is like, don't send to like non-American prospects, they have a lesser likelihood of applying, right? So I was like, don't send it to them. Like check if they actually have run a proper agency and stuff like that. So, and this has been the DM she's been sending out so far. So founder or co-founder at a particular agency, I'm like, hey, how's your year been so far? And yeah.
Well, I think that message is pretty weak, man. Like, I think that you can do a better job. For example, man, like, where are you getting this lead from? Is it from a Facebook group, or how are you going about it?
Yeah, I'm going to scouting through Facebook groups and finding agency owners.
Okay, so what I would do, man, is, for example, ask something along the lines of, hey, man, well, for example, hey, Sunil, hope you're doing good, man. Just notice that you're also in XXX Facebook group, and you send that message first, and then you send the next one. And the next one can be like, just looking to connect with some other coaches in the industry. How long have you been in the industry for? How long have you been doing this for? Or another example, love what you're doing with your XXX type of offer or XXX type of whatever they do. How long have you been doing that for? This is so that you can have different variations. I mean, the point with the initial message is to get a reply, right? But the problem if you start with how the 2023 so far in terms of business, like, dude, like, who the fuck are you and why would I even tell you? That's what you feel if I were to get a message.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask you because I know that you were having some success with your cold email campaigns, right? Like, how many calls were you booking with cold email?
Yeah, by the way, this week has been good to me. I've closed 2 deals. I've closed 2 deals. I booked around 5 calls, and I closed 2 of them. And one was a low ticket. The other one was a 1K per month retainer basis. And yeah, I'm on the verge of closing another one as well for 1K per month retainer.
Okay. Your niche is coaches, right?
No, agency owners, marketing agencies, and coaches as well. But I focus more on agency owners. And
okay. I mean, dude, like, if I were you, I would go for ads already, man. There's no point in just keep doing that raw dogging work, man. It's better just to go straight up for the ads, man.
Yeah, definitely. Then, if I'm asked, like, how do you go? The targeting is what I'm trying to figure out, and I've been having a dilemma, right? Like, do I do Facebook ads? Or do I do YouTube? And there's a lot of
No,
confusion.
Facebook ads, Facebook, I mean, Meta. So you go Instagram and Facebook, and well, there are 2 options. If you've had more than 100 calls with people from your niche, and you were using something like Calendly to book those appointments, what I would do is I would download the CSV file and upload that to Meta so that you can create what is called a lookalike audience based on people who book calls with you already. So those are always going to be like the best type of leads because these are people who already book calls and you're telling Meta, find me more people like this. That's option 1. Option 2 is if you don't have that list, just go for a cold audience, like just target an interest. What I target is digital marketing. And what that means is that out of the, for example, 3 million people that are interested, you start running the ads, and then the ad is going to do the copy of your ad and the creative of your ad. When people engage, for example, you start your ad saying something like, okay, agency owners, I will book, whatever. Well, I mean, of course, I don't have a clue what you do with your clients and your offer, but you basically run the ad. And then if you start by saying and calling out the agency owners, of course, people who are not agency owners are going to scroll by and not engage with your ad, correct? So guess what? Since the people who do engage are agency owners, Meta is going to do the heavy lifting of finding more people like the ones who do engage. So even if it's called interest, it's more than enough for Meta to identify the possible leads, right? The way I recommend, of course, don't run an ad direct to your offer. The way I recommend the ads is, call out the audience because you don't want just anyone to what's it called? I mean, you don't want just anyone to engage with your ad. You want your ideal clients to engage with your ad, but always lead up with a lead magnet. So it could be like, for example, hey, agency owners, here's how you can do whatever X, Y, and Z, for example, and without basically giving away your lead magnet on a lead form, then through opening up or URL Genius, you send people to your Facebook group. And then inside of the group, you do the appointment setting, but all of that is inbound. Plus, inside of the group, you can just reshare your YouTube content, which is going to do most of the nurturing. And yeah, I mean, like, that's a process, man. Pretty straightforward.
Okay, so just to summarize, right? I mean, this is a great idea.
That's assuming that you want to do the funnel that we use. If you want to do something different, for example, if you have more leverage in your Instagram profile, for example, let's say that you have an audience there, you already have a content creation routine set up for that. You can just run a growth funnel on Instagram, which is more like getting the followers, getting the getting inbound leads on your Instagram and convert them on your Instagram. I honestly don't like it, man, because then you're forced to just create reels, stories 24/7, and you're basically a slave to Instagram. Okay, you're like a barbie, right? You're like a Barbie. So what I prefer is the group funnel because, dude, like, I just create 1 YouTube video per week. I send that, I post that inside of my group. I distribute because the Facebook group allows you to build an email list. So whenever I create a YouTube video, I send that through the email list and I post it on the group. and everyone in the group gets nurtured, and everyone in the group is a lead. And then it's pretty easy to book appointments because through the membership questions of the Facebook group, we can just put the offer in there. Everyone who requests to join, most people say yes, they want more info. We text them and we just invite them on a call. There is intent behind the process.
Definitely. Just to summarize the funnel, right? Because I didn't get the funnel part correctly. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. So we run the ad. It's just a meta lead format, right? With the ad going over a free lead magnet that we can give them, maybe a guide or something, and then we just get them to opt in via meta lead forms. No landing pages, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, and then once they successfully opt in, they get directed to a page where they can to the Facebook group. They get directed to the Facebook group.
Yep.
They get redirected to the Facebook group, and then we DM and nurture and DM.
Very important, Sunil. Yeah, they get redirected to the Facebook group, but you gotta use a deep link, aka URL genius or opening up. Why? Because, for example, the beauty of this funnel, or the way that I do it, is that you can run the ads both on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and so you can both run the how's it called? The ads both on Facebook and Instagram. Then what that means is that if people are on Instagram, then if you have the link of Facebook, not a deep link, they are going to open their browser, and it's going to be, you're going to lose a lot of leads in there. The deep link opens the app, like the Facebook app, natively in their cell phone, so they more than likely are going to request to join the group. For example, we had in the past we had 20. In the past, I used to run the typical group funnel, which is you run an ad, you send people to a landing page, then that landing page sends people to a thank you page, then from the thank you page to the group. And that group is it's a freaking such a long way, man. The beauty of this is that the instant form pre-fills all of the contact information, so it's super fast, and then they just click a button and they get redirected to the group natively in their cell phone, because most people are going to be in the cell phone. And that allowed, I mean, in the past, when I had the typical group funnel, only 30% of the leads who did become a lead on my landing page joined the group. Using this, we convert 60%. So you squeeze your ad spend, you see?
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you tackle the quality, right? Like, I used to have the problem of the quality of the data.
Can you stop sharing the screen? It's because I'm just saying like something super weird on my screen, and I don't know where I am, so it's like a really confusing. Like,
My bad. So basically, what I'm trying to ask is, how's the quality of the data looking like? When it comes to Meta, because I used to have the problem of bad quality data. Like, I used to dial the leads as well, so I'd be like, okay, cool, the number doesn't even exist, so what do I do now?
Yep.
And all that.
I mean, what's the question?
How do you ensure good quality data, right? Like, is the data good enough, or like, what do you think?
But what do you mean by data? Like
the valid email address, valid phone number,
Oh, okay. So, well, it depends, right? Because let me show you something, okay? So, well, right now, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, right now, we already before the call, we accepted all of the new group joins who requested to join the group. And in this hour, let's say we've had 3 member requests, okay? So there are 2 options. The first one is that, I don't know, if someone gives their email in here, then it's their email, because they are literally, by the point that they request to join the group, they are doing it in a manual fashion. Like, they are actually typing on their phone. That's number 1. So all of those are valid. If someone, for example, this guy, Rafael Marin, over here, he requested to join, but he didn't answer the membership questions, like, hey, are you a coach, etc. Hey, want free lead magnet, or the offer that give us their phone number. They simply they didn't answer. But then in these instances, what I like to do is I download the CSV file from the ads manager or the lead center, and this gives me all of the information from the leads. You see? Like, for example, this in here. Well, of course, it's formatted in a little bit nicer. Let me show you. You see? So we have all of the leads in here. And what I do first is I grab their phone number, I add them on WhatsApp, and I send them the initial opening message. And if they do have the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp allows you to validate the numbers. Then I send them a message, I accept them in the group, and I also grab their email. The email I don't really care that much about. The conversion happens on the phone, or I mean, like on the DMs, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna do this. And what budget would you, if I may ask, like, what budget would you recommend me starting off? Like,
Yeah. So when it comes to ads, like, well, there's the rule that I follow, and there's the rule that I recommend. Okay. Like for me, I know for an absolute fact that, I mean, I always say this, but I mean, it's not like I'm an egocentric or anything, but I mean, I know that I'm a savage, right? Like I know that I can book calls really, really easily, and I can close deals really, really easily. Okay. So for me, I don't really care about anything. For most people who are just getting started, who might struggle a little bit with appointment booking or with, I don't know, with closing, what I recommend is that the price point of your offer is what you should aim for in terms of ad spend for the first month. So if, for example, if you're selling a 3K offer, I would have a budget of 3K per month, so that even if you close only one client, you break even. Make sense?
makes sense. Makes sense. Yep.
That's worst case scenario. Most likely, more often than not, you're going to close much more cheaper than what you are charging. Okay? Again, dude, like I kid you not, like I'm booking. Well, and Luis is in my Slack, right? And he can attest you guys about this. Like we book calls for, I mean, we book 5-6 calls per day. I only spend $20 per day on ads.
Sometimes 9, right?
Huh?
Sometimes 9.
Sometimes 9, man. So, like it's crazy. It's absurd, man. Honestly, it's absurd. But it's because, of course, we have the systems. I mean, we're very good at what we do, and I mean, like we of course are super optimized, right? I'm not saying that you're going to have exactly the same results, but yeah, man, like it's how it is.
Got it. So, by the way, what link is it called? Deep link or?
I mean, a deep link is a link that opens natively the apps, and some software you can use as deep links are Opening Up or URL Genius.
Okay.
I recommend Opening Up. It's free.
Okay, got it. Awesome. Then I'm gonna do it. Like the only thing I was worrying about was the ad cost, because I was thinking maybe the cost per lead would be very high, and I was like, let's not touch ads at the moment. Maybe I have too little to spend. Enrique is spending a lot more, maybe so.
Dude, I mean, like we're honestly not, man. Like I'm telling you, we're spending $20 per day, for real. So it's $600 per month.
Awesome. Let me just do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're pretty much done about the call. We're 3 minutes over. But is there any question that you guys have? Anything that you need help with? I'm happy to be of service.
For me, it's all good.
Okay.
So good.
Okay. Sunil, you good? Andreas? Well, I will see you like in 30 minutes. So.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, I love you. Anything you guys need, you know that I'm here for you. And yeah, we're always one message away. Speak soon.
Speak soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Pleasure meeting you guys.
Bye.
Bye.